So let's go to the immature, because why are these people immature? Esau's immature, man. Matter of fact, I'm going to read this and then I'm going to build on. Ye are of your father the devil, the deceiver. So our people follow Esau's, his pseudoscience, his statistics, you know. Jake follow all of these things of Esau. Ye of your father the devil, the lust of your father ye will do. And I'm gonna just leave it there. I'm gonna just stop there, because what are the lust of an immature individual? It's like a baby or a young teen, a preteen. You don't get it. You're unripe. You see? So what do they like? They like shiny things. Baby like shiny and colorful things. When you get to your teenage years, it's not necessarily loud, but you like chaos. You like the rambunctiousness. You like to see a whole bunch of movement, through parties, colorful lights, and you know what I mean? That's Jake. These are the lust of the flesh. So our people are carnal, man. They just like Esau, because he's the king of carnality, man. All right. So let's just run off it real quick, because these so-called black men and black women, all right, and it goes on down through the Israelites, all right, with you Latinos and Native Americans, so-called Seminole Indians, so-called Latino, Native American, Seminole Indians, and you so-called blacks. This is Proverbs 1:3. All right. It says, and you can read up, but I'm going to just hit the points. You can pause the screen. It says, to receive the instruction of wisdom, justice, judgment, and equity, to give subtlety to the simple, to the young man knowledge and discretion. So what? Learning, the scriptures teach us how to move, man, how to be mature, how to be upright, how to be disciplined, because these are the characteristics of a righteous, immature man. All right. And this society doesn't show that, because folly is set in great dignity. How else is a failed businessman and a trash reality TV personality in Donald Trump, how did he become your president? All right. That's folly set in great dignity. All right. You see, these people are immature. They don't understand what it is to actually to be right. All right, let's go here. Ecclesiastes 12:13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter, because it's a million questions. But the greatest question is, what is our purpose? Why are we here? What are we to do while we're here? And is it pleasing unto the Maker, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai? Fear Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. So the Lord commandments, his law, statutes, commandments, is that of what? Wisdom, justice, judgment, and equity. You see? So these things make you what? Mature. It leads unto a man becoming a king. All right? But our people, they don't want that, man. They don't want that. All right, let's go here. Isaiah 3:12. As for my people, land back into John 8:22, if I'm not mistaken. 8:44, Salakia, it says, this is Isaiah 3:12. For as for my people, their children are their oppressors. And it's manifold. Children are their oppressors. Jake's subject to child support payments and his kids. If you're a great dad, you're serving unto your wife and your kids. And if you're not considered an American great dad, you're at least on child support. You see? Children are their oppressor. That's how, and women rule over them. So this is an immature society, because who told the woman that she's your equal? The white man. Who told you that you got to hear out your kids and understand them for being a person? I'm teaching this little motherfucker how to be a human. But Esau come around and say, no, he's already a human. He can choose to be gay or straight at 10, 9, 11. But yet, he can't smoke cigarettes. He can't drink. Like, mate, you got to make it make sense, man. So these children are their oppressors and women rule over them. Women and children are two people that take no accountability. A child, you know, he has no accountability. That's why we don't trip over children, but you do beat his ass to what? Teach him how to be a responsible and mature man and or woman. I said and or a man or woman. So like, yeah, that's that PC shit coming out, man. All right, but it says, "Oh my people, they which leads thee cause thee to err." Yeah, because the leader of the black in the black community is a comedian, a rapper, or athlete. In on a local level, it's your mama, it's your mother, big mama. Oh my people, they which leads thee cause thee to err. Why? Because they're immature. A woman is going to tell you to basically a mother will teach you to get with a woman that already got some shit. Like a woman gonna sustain her man. The scriptures tell you a woman that maintains her man, hey man, she's gonna become unbearable. So the leader of these people, look at this society. For the last 20 years, from the 80s up until now, just screw that. From the 2000s, I'm saying 80s, the 2000s, 25 years. Look at the generation that we have before us. Degenerates, man. That's what happens. An immature society, man. These people are through. They don't understand grape in the scriptures. They don't understand reincarnation. They don't understand balanced judgment. If we was to get our ass kicked right now, how is it that we're serving we're serving righteousness in an eternal kingdom and me and Esau equal, man? That's immaturity. Egalitarian view of the world. Everybody's equal. That's how women and children think, man. Isaiah 30:10, which say to the seers, see not. And that's what it is. Every time a mature conversation like the brother was going into, every time a mature conversation, if a man is having a conversation about the birds and the bees, that daughter or son, they get uncomfortable. Why? Because they don't have that experience. They don't have those understandings. You see? That's an immature individual. But us as men, we don't giggle, we don't laugh up under our breaths or get squeamish and squirmish when topics of sex come about, man. But a child would with us. You see? Immaturity. Hell, you got grown folks that can't even have a balanced conversation with their parents. Not that I'm having a conversation about sex with my wife, with my father, but we having a conversation of general sex over the planet Earth. And certain things are is unseemly, is unbecoming. You know? Even they would scream, they would squirm and worm over it. That's why only the elect are the mature, man. I used to always say that through the spirit. I just stopped. It's like kids down here trying to figure out how to get it right. And only the elect will get it right, man. And will grow. Why? Because it's the Father's will, man. Prophet, it says, which say to the seers, see not. To the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things. Prophesy deceits. Yeah, it's like a child, like the brother had went into a 10-year-old boy. You call him to you, man, that motherfucker don't want nothing to do with you. You see? He don't want to hear, hey, go take out the trash, go cut that grass. Takes a level of discipline to do that. You gotta put off what you want to do for the will of another. That's maturity. Seeing that it benefits you. I feed you, little nigga. I could come through if this grass ain't cut and put hands and feet on your ass. You see? So this is an immature society, man. Well, a man can't even chastise his children. You can't call a woman a slut. Why? Because you're as your father the devil. Esau doesn't want to take accountability. Here it is, he sold his birthright, and right after he sold his birthright, a couple years later, he trying to kill to get it back. Nah, it don't work like that, man. All right? You people are immature, and the Lord is not dealing with you. Hebrews 12:7. If ye endure chastening, Yahweh Shem Yahushua dealeth with you as with sons. For what son is he whom the father chasteneth not? You're not a son. So only a father wants his child to be better than him. You see? The Most High know you can't be, but damn it, you're going to be the best creation I ever had. And I'll beat your ass to make it happen. You see? The Lord is not immature in his understanding. These things that we go through are needful for the elect, man. Because the Lord is actually dealing. He's trying to mature us. Why else do you raise up a child? Because you want him to be a mature individual, knowing right from wrong, knowing what danger looks like, knowing what righteousness looks like. All right? I go here. Because at the end of the day, everybody's going to be mad because the individual that's on this planet Earth, he shows his immaturity daily. And let's get it. Revelations 11 and 18. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come. In the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and thou shouldest give reward to thy servants, the prophets, and to the saints, and to them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth. So the point is, shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth. Only an immature idiot would destroy the earth. Only an immature individual that doesn't understand the significance of air would pollute it. Only an immature individual that doesn't understand the significance of water would pollute it. Only an immature individual would pollute the soil. And only a outright outright destructive, perdition destined individual would pervert and pollute the greatest thing given, which was the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. That's why you can laugh at the Drewski videos. You see, this should be a society built on wisdom. This is supposed to be the greatest society the world has ever known. We've had societies in which everybody, bread and circus, you had Rome. Why is this Rome all over again? Why? Because these are the same immature individuals, man. A leopard can't change his spot. Neither can the tiger change his stripes, man. So we know who this is, man. So don't you be an immature nigga, woman, or a nigga, immature Israelite, a man. Knowing that this dude's society is finna collapse. You immature if you think that the kingdom of heaven is for all nations, when it's particular groups and nations of people, a particular nation being destroyed and tribes being destroyed. Speaking to the Israelites, man. You see? You immature if you think that the Lord came for everybody, when it's a particular people getting their asses kicked. You immature if you think that all you have to do is believe on the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Just, I got to call on the name, because you got some weird-ass Israelites right about now. On some Christianity. As long as I know the name, I'm good. Nah, nigga, it ain't that simple. You immature. Because I learned one thing in elementary school and reiterated it in middle school. There's no such thing as a free lunch. Somebody had to make the cheese. Somebody had to grow the wheat, pull it, pluck it to make their bread, put salt to it. Somebody had to grow the mustard seed to make the mustard. There's no such thing as a free lunch, man. But it would seem free unto you. And really, we've been given this truth for free, man. And now that we got to do a little bit of work towards it, you show that you're entitled, ungrateful child, man. You see? But we trying to be mature men in this thing. We're trying to be mature men in this thing because we understand our wrongs that we've done unto Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man. So we're going to move accordingly. It's certain things that you just shouldn't even be caught up in. And distractions, because that's the greatest thing, that shiny thing. Whether it be a new NFL beef, NBA beef, rap beef, a porno just dropped. You know, excuse the vulgarity, but a porno just dropped. Or this particular gory-ass death scene. You paying attention to those things. You're not paying attention to the things that are needful. And the things that are needful is having this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding for the times to come. Because whether people would like to believe it or not, we're in Jacob's trouble. We just haven't reached the peak. The temperature is only getting hotter, man. But with that, that's all I had through the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. I want to end out by giving all glory and infinite praise to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Double honors to my apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Till the next time, shalom.